boys and girls. Welcome to my player ratings for last night's victory against Sporting Lisbon. 1-0, 11 wins in a row. Be careful what you wish for. We most definitely have our Arsenal back. It just feels so good. And I don't think any of us would have expected this at the start of the season. It's still a transitional period for me, but it's going well at the moment. And things are feeling very, very nice as an Arsenal fan after so many years of absolute crap. Even within the fan base, things are so much better. Yes, there's still little bits of petty arguing here and there, but overall, everything's better. Even if you have a disagreement about, team selection or certain players, it's constructive, when you have these discussions about it. And Unai Emery's done something to the club. The players as well, they got to take credit. So many of them that, looked like they were not good enough to play for this football club are stepping up. And it's a completely change of mindset, a complete change of mentality. And I'm loving every single minute of it. Now, in terms of the game last night, I was expecting a little bit more from Sporting. I know that they're not having the greatest of times at the moment. They're fifth in the league. 4 points behind Benfica. They've lost 2 out of their last 3 league games. But in Europe, they're a tough side, especially at home. They've only lost once in the last 2 years at home in Europe, and that was against Barcelona. They've even beaten the likes of Atletico Madrid at home, so it's not an easy place to go. But to be honest, it was such an easy game. I know 1-0 kind of paints a closer scoreline than you may think, but it really was easy. In the first half, I can think of one nanny shot. That was it. In the second half, it was completely dominated by Arsenal, and they never posed any threat whatsoever. I can't actually think of Leno making any save of any note during the game, especially in the second half. He could have sat down, pulled up a chair, and just had a beer. It was that easy for him. In terms of Arsenal, again, it was the same, quiet, slow, laborious kind of first half, and then kicked into life in the second. Unai Emery obviously does something at half time, and they come out a completely different side. First half, defensively we were good, solid, the shape was right, but we just lacked that creativity and that cutting edge up front that we've had, so prominently over the past few games or so. Second half, like I said, we completely dominated. Guendouzi in the midfield was superb. Torreira, when he came on, gives us that injection and that thrust that we need, and we were lacking. Danny Welbeck, he had a goal disallowed for a foul just before he headed it in, and then he scored. And we could have had more than one, but one was all we needed, and that's all it takes to win a game of football. So overall, decent performance, and we march on to Crystal Palace this weekend, and it's 11 wins in a row, like I said. So with that said, I'm going to go and get into the player ratings. Now, first of all, we're going to go with a goalkeeper, and that's Leno. And like I said, probably one of the most easiest games he's ever going to have. It was so comfortable. Could have pulled up a chair, had a beer, and just relaxed, especially in the second half. So distribution was decent, but like I said, not really much to do. It'd be interesting to find out what happens this Sunday, because Petr Cech's back now. I wouldn't change things, and I think that would be a wrong move by Emery if he was to put Petr Cech back in goal, because Leno's been absolutely superb, and you can see what he does and the confidence and the way he builds from the back. And I think he's got about 3 or 4 clean sheets since Cech's been out as well. So straightforward performance, not much to do, but I'll give Leno a 7. Going to move into the defensive areas, and we're going to start off with Lichtsteiner. Not the greatest of games, I feel. I felt he, worked hard, got forward, tried, but wasn't the greatest day at the office. It was a difficult day, and I don't know whether that's because he isn't getting a lot of minutes, and then he's having to play and whatnot, and it was tough, but it wasn't that great. But overall, I'll give Lichtsteiner a 6. Moving into the defensive areas, first of all, we're going to go with Rob Holding. Another straightforward, assured performance. Pretty straightforward, pretty decent. and done exactly what he had to do. And yeah, for this one, I'm going to give him a 7. Next to him, we had Socrates back from his injury, and again, solid display. And we're going to have a few little selection headaches with Socrates, Holding, and Mustafi in there. But again, straightforward decision in terms of, you know, the way he played. It was straightforward. He was getting stuck in, done what he had to do. And I'm going to give Socrates a 7. Moving into the left-back role, and it was Granit Xhaka. And you know what? He had a decent game. Yeah. It was tough for him playing in that role. It's not his preferred position. And I know he's only covering at the moment, but done what he had to do. Intercepted when he had to. Distributed when he had to. And, yeah, listen, he was in the back line that never conceded a goal. So, fair play to him. But again, yeah, straightforward. So I'm going to give Granit Xhaka a 7. Move into the midfield area. First of all, Mohamed El Nene. And not a great performance. And it's too sideways, too reserved when he's in there. You see the difference when Torreira come on for him. But listen, he's a squad player and he works hard. But for last night's performance, I'm going to give El Nene a 6. Alongside him, next player, I'm going to give Guendouzi, and yeah, really good performance, really energetic. I think the best thing Emery done was take him out of the spotlight a few weeks ago when he'd had a run of games and whatnot. But yeah, decent performance from him, and yeah, he's going to keep knocking on the door, and I'm really enjoying what I see of him so far. Looks to be an absolute bargain. But for last night's game, I'm going to give Guendouzi an 8. Going to move into the attacking areas. First of all, Henrik Mcateer, and it's frustrating me because he's getting opportunities, he's getting a lot of minutes, but he's just not producing at the moment. And I don't know whether it's the system or whether it's him, or I don't know. It's just not right at the moment, and not a great performance from him. And I'm going to give Mkhitaryan a 6 for last night. Going into the kind of number 10 role, I'm going to give Ramsey, and again, not a great performance. You can see how much we miss Mesut Ozil. I think we're seeing why the contract offer was retracted, because it's either Ozil or Ramsey, and Ozil gives us so much more than Aaron Ramsey in that role. The two of them can't play together, so what's the point in giving Aaron Ramsey a massive contract on a massive wage when he's hardly going to play? But yeah, it was, you know, hard working, but not that great a performance. And for last night, I'm going to give Aaron Ramsey a 6. Next position, I'm going to go with Danny Welbeck, and he was my man of the match for me. Worked really hard. Know what you get with him. Come up with a crucial goal. And yeah, like I said, with Danny Welbeck, you know what you're getting. What you see is what you get, literally. So yeah, for last night's performance, I'm going to give Danny Welbeck a 9. Next position, we're going to go with Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang. Should have had a couple of goals, one definitely. Very reminiscent to his first ever goal for Arsenal when he went through and he done that little dink over the keeper, but the keeper read it. But he worked hard, really hard, run the line, run the channels, and tried. And, you know, it'd be nice to see him when he's got the likes of Mesut Ozil and that behind him. But like I said, it was about the team last night and he worked really hard for the team. So I'm going to give Aubameyang a 7.5. Going to move to the substitutions, and first of all, Lucas Torreira. And I feel that, you know, the guy, you see what he does. He's an unbelievable little player. And when he come on, he changed things, and it was completely different in comparison to him and El Nene. So for last night's performance, I'm going to give Torreira an 8. Other substitutions, I'm not really going to mark because they didn't really have that much time to, you know, have an effect on the game. The likes of Lacazette didn't really have a lot to do. So yeah, I'm not really going to mark them. I'm going to go with the manager, and I'm going to give Unai Emery an 8 for this one. Strong lineup. I like the fact that he's taken the competition serious. I like the fact that he has strong on the bench if it's going wrong. Knew when to change it with the likes of Torreira. He's not scared of doing that. And yeah, really good from the manager. 11 wins in a row. So yeah, I'm going to give Unai Emery an 8. So there we have it. That is the player ratings for last night's game against Sporting Lisbon. As usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. What are your ratings? If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I will see you lot for another video tomorrow, where I preview the Crystal Palace game. Then there's the match day vlog from the Crystal Palace game. And of course, on the Monday, there will be the player ratings from the Crystal Palace. Hopefully, it's 12 wins in a row. We will wait and see, though. I'm off to go and enjoy the rest of my holiday for the next couple of days. So I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.